Hey, welcome to Tech Talk for the first time. I'm Tony, and I will be your pilot for tonight. This is my first live stream, so I'm going to check my levels here. Hey, so far, I've had a heck of a time with my levels, and they've been blown out. So hopefully, they're not too bad right now. Um, yeah, this is my first live stream. Been thinking about doing it for years. Um, Biggest thing that got me to do it was a piece of software that I stumbled upon the other day. I'd been thinking about live streaming, and a couple of the different platforms had caught my eye, like Melon and Restream.io and StreamYard. And I started, I signed up for them, checked into them, and was just about ready to sign up for Melon. And somebody, or I don't know if somebody or one of the videos I was watching, brought up this thing called EVMUX. I thought, what the heck is EVMUX? Doesn't even make sense. It's not catchy. I can't think of an acronym for it. So I thought, well, before I sign up, I'll go take a look. So I went and watched some videos on EVMUX, and they explained kind of all the different things that were inside the free package. And I'm like, wow. And one of the things they mentioned was for free, you can stream in 1080p. You can also invite guests in. They have pre-made lower thirds, pre-made countdowns, like the countdown you just watched. That was pre-made. The only thing I did is go out to Canva and make a couple backgrounds, things like that, and a thumbnail for this video, and some stuff for my YouTube channel, which has this will be my first video. I have no subscribers. I know I'm not talking to anyone, and that's kind of the big fear I want to get over is just talking to a camera thinking it's a large audience. I guess that's one of the biggest fears there are when you go live or you do any kind of videos. But going live, just talking to a camera like it's a group of people is, I guess, kind of frightening for some people. So I wanted to get over that fear. So this is, doing my first video live stream. So hopefully, I feel pretty calm. It's a little weird looking at a camera, thinking it's somebody, but um, yeah. Also, this is my first live stream. But getting back to the story, uh, taking the long way around. So I was going to sign up for Melon, and I went and looked at some of the videos for EVMux, and it was kind of cool because some of the guys doing the videos, the owners would come in and be a guest on their live stream and would talk about it and the reasons that they give you so much for free and what's the reasoning behind it. And it's not like it's a couple college kids. I know StreamYard started that way, and it's a good software. So I'm not saying a couple college kids can't make a great software, but these guys have been in the industry for from what they said in the other live streams for about 10 years. And of course, when the pandemic hit, they had to figure out a new strategy. So they decided to create EVMux, which is kind of a sweet spot in between like OBS Studio and Melon Stream and those type of things. Like OBS Studio can do pretty much anything, but it takes a little bit of a learning curve. And if you want to invite guests in, you got to use a third party. Piece of software, which is really good. But I mean, it's a lot of setup to OBS and Streamlabs OBS. Those are all free, but it takes some doing to get those set up. I mean, they don't come with lower thirds. They don't come with all the things that EVMux comes with. Um, then you have the other ones that like StreamYard and Melon, and they all kind of look the same. They all kind of do the same thing. But when you start looking at the prices, EVMux pretty much gives you everything, and then what they do is for $19, you get to remove this and use your own logo. That's the only difference. You get 5 gigs of storage, and if you move up to the $19 plan, you get 20 gigs of storage and a couple extra things, and then if you move up to the more expensive one, you get 50 gigs of storage and a couple extra things. But they give you 90% of the stuff in the free tier. So it allows you to go out. I signed up for it like about 3, 4 days ago. I've spent probably 3 to 4 hours with it. and I think pretty much I've gone through everything there is to go through. I've invited guests in, um, flawless, real simple. I had a guest come in on an Android phone. I had a guest come in on a computer with a camera. All worked fine. Not an issue whatsoever. So, I mean, that works. And these are all free things. You invite your guests in. The other real cool thing is when you're doing a live stream, you can go ahead and record it also. So when you get done recording, I haven't looked. I mean, by the time I get over there within a minute, it's there to download. So if you wanted to take a live stream and cut it up in your own editing software and make a different, like a short or something like that, it gives you the audio and the video separated. It gives that of your guests, so you can do your own editing after the fact. I mean, that's kind of crazy for free, and it's all in the free tier. Even though it says it's in the $19 tier, I've been able to do it here in the free tier. But I want to share my screen, and I'll show you something really neat. So I've got Ecamm live up here. These are the pricing models for it. So you get a 14-day trial. You see, you get just a couple things, and then for the standard, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine that's 1080p uh, because it does haven't investigated. I played around with it a couple years ago, but it's Mac only. I have a MacBook, and I played around on it there to stream when I was playing around with OBS, but I didn't get over my stage fright to actually do it. So then, if you come take a look at Restream, you get some things in the basic package, a little more in the standard, but then once again, you look over here and you got to pay the $41 to get 1080p. 41 bucks. So StreamYard, same thing. They give you some things in the free tier, basic tier, but once again, $39, you get the full HD 1080p, which to me means that anything behind that is 720. So to get full 1080p is $39. Well, Melon, what caught my eye before I figured this out, or I didn't figure out, somebody in the videos was telling us that, this is, you get 720 before you get to the highest tier, then you get 1080. So same thing here. You get your 1080p when you pay the $49, which, like I said, I imagine the lower tiers are 720. Because if they're advertising 1080p in the highest tier, that means you're going to get less in those tiers. Now let me bring you over to EVMUX. Markup on the right hand side. If you're going to do this, on a regular basis, you're going to pay the $19 and get it removed and put your own logo up there. And it says here, you can record, but I can still record over here. And I think what it is I can only record 5 gig. Here I can record 20. But I've already recorded and pulled the files down. So I know you can do it on the free tier. And then what it gives you is it gives you 20 gigs of storage, and then you can have Teams. So if you bump up to the $39 tier, you get 50 gigs of storage, and then you actually get like producers. So like what I was telling you earlier, somebody can come into your guest, and you can actually, like if the talent on the screen say I had a producer, there's actually a walkie-talkie button in here that they can push and talk into my ear, which is super cool for 19 bucks. I mean, it's just unreal. And then when you do bring a guest in, they go into the guest room. They can talk to each other in there. Producer can talk to them. I can talk to them. And then what you do is you bring them on screen. They don't automatically come in. So you're in control of everything. Let me switch back here. And then it's just kind of like if you've ever used OBS, you have two screens. You have your left screen, your right screen. Your first screen, you get to see what you're gonna put up there, and then you move it over. And like I said, I'm gonna do, uh, sometime this week, I'm gonna go live again, and then what I'll do is I'll go and, put EVMUX up on my screen share and kinda go through with you guys how simple it is and what it took for me to get this live stream up and going. I would have done it tonight, but it's you doing your first live stream's kind of hectic. So I didn't want to compile too much stuff in there because it just gives me way much more time to screw up. So I've already screwed up enough tonight. But I just wanted to get myself out there, finally get used to doing this. And I know nobody's watching, but hopefully somebody will watch. Um, the after the fact, and I'd love to get a subscriber or even not a subscriber, but somebody who will actually come into the live stream and want to talk, or I would invite a guest in. That'd be great. I just love talking about technology, and that's why I'm putting this up there. And hopefully, in the next month or so, I'll have some people watching this stream, and it's got a chat module, and people can chat with me, and I can answer questions and hopefully demo some products. Like I said, I'm not gonna do comparisons and things like that. There's tons of videos out there for that. I just wanna talk about bleeding edge technology, the different things that are coming out, live streamers don't like, anything like that. So, I'm gonna end it for tonight. Um, I hope all of you listening enjoyed it. But like I said, this week, I'm gonna go ahead and do the overview of EVMux, but you can't beat it. For no cost to you, and you just gotta have a watermark up in the right side until you get used to it, and then when you decide that, "Okay, I've got 5 or 10 of these under my belt, I know what I'm doing, I really need to get my watermark up there," it's 19 bucks. I mean, if you're in college, that's half a night at the bar for a month. So 19 bucks, I don't think it's a lot to ask for everything you're getting, and by no means am I affiliated with EVMUX? I would be if I could, but by no means am I affiliated with them. Um, I this is the software I'm going to use to go live from now on, and then I'm sure I'm going to pay the $19. So, with that said, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and we'll see you again in a few days. Thanks.